Welcome back to TheCookiinCompany. Today we're doing number 4 in the MTG Legacy Collection, Nissa Revane. And she's looking very dapper there. We've got the same exact box as the rest of them. Woo! And here she is fresh out of box. And there is Nissa Revane all green. I really like how she's all green. And the girls, they all have like that solid coloring. Or I guess they all do. Garrick was kind of weird. But I like how they all match together. So first off, looking at her sculpt, it's actually my favorite so far out of just thinking about, look at her arms. There's like no clothing on her arms other than the little shields, I guess, and a little strappy here. And you know, that means that the joints actually work for once. So she does have this big ears, little elf ears, which are made out of that hard plastic, and the hair is of course the rubbery plastic. And she's got this cool little like golden crown thing going on. She's got this rubbery cape that's the collar, big collar. And it's connected to the cape. Ooh. Bends all the way up, and you can see her little, I don't know what kind of shirt you call this, but it's got the little straps that hang on the sides, which are also made of the rubbery stuff. Over here, these boobs are hard. Hard. So you got to be careful lifting up her arms, because if you go like this, you're going to stretch it out, and you can see in the armpit area it's kind of going to break off. So what you want to do is just kind of push it up a little bit as you're moving the arm up. That way no fears of snapping it. Same with the other arm. She's got this cool little zigzag, which is actually molded on her chest to be like the string that's holding her shirt together, and the cloak. And at the bottom she's got like little buttons or rivets, or I don't know what it is, but they're silver. And she's got like a little skirt, just like they all seem to have a little skirt. Oops. And a fake little wraparound scarf, which is just part of the skirt. And then here they've attached a separate piece of more rubbery stuff, and it just kind of dangles. And it is all painted. The original color is this dark green color, so the lighter green and the olive green is more, it's just painted on. Which is weird, because now I have a couple of scratches in the back. If you can see that. There's a few scratches. Then her legs are just plain. They do have some molded features, like these straight lines on them that go all the way up her thighs. And then the straight lines turn into little curved shapes on her knee shields, which are also hard because they don't wrap around the back, so they'll need to make them flexible. And on her bottom legs, the shin area, it curves all the way back down here. And then her shoes are just plain. Just plain. So this one it's probably the plainest figure, but that's a good thing in some respects. Maybe not so much in others. But let's see, her arms were going to be my favorite part. They're the only part really worth mentioning on the paint job. It's got some nice shadowing. It's got the little silver rivets as well. And it does not hinder the joints in any way, shape, or form. As good as the arm shield thingies are, the hands, what the heck is going on here? It's like they're trying to continue the leather look onto her hand, on the top of her hand, and on the palm. But they did it by just kind of washing the paint on it, and it looks horrible, like she has monkey hands, all hairy and stuff. That is just really weird looking. And it's on both. They did not achieve the look they were trying to get, at least not in my opinion. She does have the cool tattoos like Garrick has, especially on her face, which is, I guess you could say it's nicely detailed. It's just not like any smudging. She's got these huge green eyes, dark red lips, and just some eyebrows. And she even has little eyelashes on the corner of her eyes. It's crazy. And then down here she also has the tattoos on her stomach and on the sides a little bit, and on her arms as well. It's hidden under the stuff here. You can see this one. It's kind of like a swirl pattern. And as for articulation, again, the hairs kind of doesn't let her go up at all. This is how she comes out of package, but you can push it down a little bit, touch her chin. No, her chin doesn't actually touch, but it does go down that far. Her ears don't move, of course, and it does go side to side. And kind of hard when you try to bring it around to the back. And her arms, I already told you, you gotta pull up the sleeves, and then she can go all the way up. And of course the bicep swivels. And I love this, she goes all the way up, well, 90 degrees, and all the way back. And her hand does go in and out. And swivels. Oops. Swivels. And this is the interesting part, the chest joint. It's the same as all the others, goes side to side, forward and back, although very, very hard to put it forward and back. But you can see, oh, there we go. She goes back, not so much forward, is what it is. And of course 360, and when you do that, she'll probably pop out, which is weird because with the other figures I didn't notice any glue, but you can definitely see there was like a ring of glue around that hole right there, and also down here there was glue. I don't know if all the figures were supposed to have the glue, but it does answer a lot of questions and as to like why it's so hard to move it. This one's hard to put back together. Her legs, same articulation as the rest of them, hindered by the super long skirt. It does have a little bit of give, of course. Goes forward. See how much far back it goes. Nah, it's not gonna go back at all. Her double jointed knees. You can bend it that one. Bend the bottom one. There you go. Goes all the way up. And of course it swivels at the thigh, upper thigh. And the ankle also swivels. And it goes in and out. Not so much back, but forward a little bit, just ever so slightly. And here's Nissa's staff. Now, I'm sure it's some sort of magical staff. It's made out of wood. Yeah, elves and wood. So it's like a bunch of branches twisted together in a braid sort of thing, and then it opens up over here to make the pointy part. And it does fit right into her arm, her hand. You could just kind of find the skinny side and snap it in, and she will hold it. It's got woody essence to it. Her other hand, it's got that handy thing that doesn't actually snap around it, but you can just lay it on her hand. It'll look like she's holding it. And here are the three chicas fricas out of package next to each other for comparison. And it looks like Nissa Revane takes the lead in the height roll, in height competition. If you're counting like the foreheads and kind of like a little hair bump. But if you're counting pure hair and pure height, it's definitely Chandra with that big ol' spike.